Have you ever asked Siri a question and felt like you were talking to a brick wall instead of a helpful assistant? Back in 2011, Apple introduced Siri, promising that by simply speaking, you could set timers, send texts, or check the weather as if you were chatting with a friend. At first, it felt magical. Ask, and Siri would obey. But while rivals like Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa kept growing smarter, learning from vast amounts of data, and rolling out new tricks every year, Siri's abilities barely moved the needle. Everything changed in late 2022 when OpenAI's ChatGPT arrived and stunned the world with its ability to carry on human-like conversations. Almost overnight, we saw that AI could handle complex requests, draft essays, and even troubleshoot code. Apple raced to catch up, announcing at WWDC 2024 its new Apple Intelligence features, tools to polish writing, summarize your messages, and generate images, along with a rebuilt Siri that could dive into your personal emails and calendars for answers. Yet most of these features arrived months late, and when they did, they often felt unfinished. Why the lag? 3 big reasons. First, outdated Siri architecture. Siri was built on code meant for simple voice commands. Integrating today's giant language models, trained on hundreds of billions of words, meant wrestling a square peg into a round hole. Second, fewer computing resources. Training and running large language models demands thousands of high-end GPUs. While companies like Amazon and Microsoft snapped up GPUs by the boatload, Apple quietly added them to its shopping list, too late to meet demand. And third, privacy first. Maybe too first. Apple's strict rules around user data are great for protecting your privacy. But without enough real-world examples of how people speak and ask questions, its AI models miss out on critical learning. They leaned heavily on synthetic and licensed data, which can't match the richness of raw user queries. The gap shows up in hard numbers. In one independent study, ChatGPT-4 answered correctly 96% of the time on a standard set of questions. Siri managed only 88%. Another report found ChatGPT to be roughly 25% more accurate than Siri and able to handle 30% more question types. Those are the very same questions people ask their voice assistants every day. In 2018, Apple hired John Giannandrea, Google's former AI chief, to bring all its AI work under one roof and supercharge Siri's evolution. He pushed to unify machine learning research, data annotation, and Siri development in a single team that reported directly to CEO Tim Cook. But progress was slow. Apple's culture of careful annual software updates clashed with AI's fast-paced world of daily model releases. By early 2025, Apple made another big move. Mike Rockwell, the engineer behind the Vision Pro headset, took over Siri's rebuild. The plan is now to scrap the old hybrid system and build what insiders call LLM Siri, an assistant powered entirely by large language models with no legacy code to hold it back. Looking ahead, Apple has laid out several promising features for upcoming iOS releases. AI-driven battery optimization that learns your habits and adjusts power use on the fly. Virtual health coach to sift through your workout data and suggest personalized tips. But time is ticking. Every month Apple delays, rivals push ahead. Google Gemini, Anthropic's Claude, and other models are integrating more deeply into smartphones and browsers. European regulations will soon let users choose third-party assistants over Siri by default. If Apple doesn't bring LLM Siri to market swiftly, it risks watching its own users switch to better helpers. Still, there's reason for optimism. Apple has built its reputation on turning complex tech into simple, reliable products. The iPod, iPhone, and AirPods all started behind the curve before Apple perfected them. If LLM Siri can match ChatGPT's brains while keeping Apple's ease of use and privacy shield, it could redefine what a voice assistant can be. For now, Siri remains stuck in the past, but change is coming.